Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, No, on the Fan Y podcast. Yo, we would have some technical difficulties, so we had to restart the stream. So let's start it over. Let's run it back. All right. So again, this is your number one source, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. So we will jump right into it. This is a post-game recap for the matchup between our Washington Mystics and the Las Vegas Aces. The Las Vegas Aces was without their star player, A'ja Wilson, and it showed. And we took full advantage, whether, dominating the paint and doing, and we were able to get the victory in the end. So let's run through it. All right. So the Washington Mystics beat the Las Vegas Aces 70-68. It was a comeback victory. It was hard fought. It was back and forth. It went down to the wire. The Mystics fans showed up and showed out. They gave great energy, great love. And also, if you're a Washington Mystic fan, go ahead and hit the like button right now, right quick. If you're a Vegas fan, go ahead and hit it too. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Washington Mystic content, because we're breaking it to you. We're giving it to you all the time. All right. So, game overview. Let's see here. The Washington Mystics, again, they pulled out a gritty victory. It was stunning. It was breathtaking. And we actually fought back from a 15-point second half deficit to the Aces, and we were able to get the victory. So, hey, I love the fight. We got to get to it early. At one point, the Mystics were down 66-58 with less than 4 minutes to go in the game. And again, the Washington Mystics fought, and they fought, and they fought, and they scratched, and they climbed out. And we went on a 12-2 run at the end of the game to pull out the victory. And again, the Mystics beat the Aces 70-68. This victory was without A'ja Wilson playing, the superstar that she is. But hey, at the end of the day, when it comes to the win-loss margin and the standings, it's not going to remember who played and who didn't. We just got the victory, chalking it up. So we're now at 500. We're 10-10 throughout the season. And the key players for our Washington Mystics were Brittney Sykes. Brittney Sykes had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, while shooting 46% from the field and 33% from three. So she was electric today. I just wish she would get more of a jump start earlier in the game, but she did it when it counted. So that's what matters to me. 18 points, and that includes a clutch free throw with 4.3 seconds left in the game to ice it. She missed 1 or 2, but she got the one in mat, right? So Shakira Austin was also a dominant player in this game, but we're going to talk about that in a second, right? So on the flip side, the top performer for the Aces was Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. 3 blocks from the point guard. Good grief. All right. Shot 60% from the field. Also shot good from 3. She broke it down. But it just wasn't enough. All right. So the key contributors, you have Kiki Iriafen, one of our Washington Mystic All-Stars. Shot an ultra-efficient game, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of 4 shooting. She couldn't miss, right? Maybe you just needed to shoot a little bit more yesterday. But anyway, I'm happy for you. Shakira Austin was dominant again in the paint, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Also hit the go-ahead layup after getting the offensive rebound. So she was key. She was essential to us getting that lead. And that was within 40 seconds left in the game, right? So again, Asia Wilson didn't play. She was out of the game with a sprained wrist. And it was definitely noticed on the defense, on the glass, scoring points. It was definitely noticed. They might need to get another big person, but they brought in Natasha Smith from the Dallas Wings, but that wasn't such a good combination there. So on the Aces, their key contributors, you have to look at Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd. So Jewel Lloyd actually led the Aces in scoring, but for me, she wasn't the top performer because she didn't have an overall game. So she had 20 points while having 3 rebounds. She got an assist. She got a steal. She played tough, but to me, she was just a key contributor. Jackie Young had 10 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. So the guards really tried to help out on rebounds, but it wasn't enough, especially when your front court with Natasha Smith and Kia Stokes only had a combined 7 rebounds. So ain't but so much you can do when your big ladies, your big women, are only giving you 7 rebounds. Okay? And those are defensive rebounds. So your starters didn't have any offensive rebounds. So I'll go ahead and put that on the dominance of the Washington Mystics front court, where you have Shakira Austin, you got Kiki Iriafen, you got Aaliyah Elwoods. Even Stephanie Dawson was in there getting rebounds in the paint. So, I'm ecstatic to see how the Washington Mystics are going, right? But again, this is the post-game recap here for the game between the Washington Mystics and the Aces. The Washington Mystics got the victory 70-68. The keys to the performance was the dominance in the paint, and that went for the Washington Mystics. There ain't but so much you can do, right? So both teams actually struggled from 3. We both shot terrible from 3. Aces were 3 of 25, and the Mystics were 2 of 11. Terrible. So, everybody have off games, but I'm glad we were able to sneak this one out. It was a physical, hard-fought game, and even at the end of the game, it was a lot going on. Let's just say that. So the Aces were shooting the ball. They was trying to get the victory at the very end, and they couldn't do it. Sonia Citron's defense is top tier. She wouldn't be denied. She didn't play with her hands, like pushing and trying to hold off a player that way. She used her feet, and she used verticality, right? So I love her defensive game. I love it without a doubt. And that prevented the Aces guards from getting buckets at the end of the game. They got looks, but they was all contested. And if you have a young player that needs to mold their game, they need to watch every defensive play of Sonia Citron. This summer, or actually, this winter and next summer, Sonia Citron needs to have a basketball camp and to show young players how to play defense, because she is textbook on how to get it done. Textbook. All right. So at the end of the game, again, Sonya Citron stepped up on multiple drives of Aces players, and she was able to lock them down. Right? She was able to get them to take tough shots, and it didn't go down. Right? And she got the key rebound at the end of the game. She was so locked in. So locked in. She was key to the victory. She only had 9 points, but her defense that she played was dynamic. And it was one of the keys to the victory. All right. And at the end, again, Becky Hammond, the coach for the Aces, called a timeout or attempted to call a timeout that the Aces didn't even have. So that could have been a technical foul, and it could have been even more points on the board. But, you know how things can go with the referees with the WNBA right now. Nobody likes them. They are the worst people in the WNBA right now. And then on top of that, Becky Hammond in the post game pretty much said that the refs messed up the game. Even though they got beat up by the Mystics in the paint, there's nothing you can do about that. You know, your big women didn't perform. They didn't bring it all. And, there ain't but so much you can do. I have been on the refs' backs all season. And I got to say, the refs didn't do the Aces any favors at all. But at the same token I don't believe that they did the Mystics any favors either in this particular game. But the refs, they got to do a better job. All right. So, Coach Sydney Johnson has continued to trust the rookies, the young players of this team, because we have a great blend of veteran, journey women, and rookies. We got a great blend. And I also want to tip my hat to Sugg Sutton. She is developing into a very, very capable and trusted point guard. And I like it. I like it a lot. Sugg Sutton was playing against top-tier guards, 3 of them in this game. And she only had 1 turnover. And that was at the very, very end. The very end of the game. So I love the trajectory of Sugg. Keep pushing, Sugg. Keep grinding. Keep focusing. Keep directing this team. We love it. All right. So again, we have 2 rookies that will be playing in the All-Star game on Caitlin Clark's team, and they're maintaining and building and gaining momentum as we're heading into that All-Star game. So we're hyped to see what they're going to do in the All-Star game, and I believe that Sonya Citron may be competing in a 3-point contest. So hey, we want her to win it all, right? All right. So let me ask you this: as we conclude this breakdown, this post-game recap, it was a great game from start to finish, especially down to the very, very end. Let me ask you this. In the comments, let us know. Let's discuss it. Do you think that the Washington Mystics are proving that they are a real deal playoff threat? What do you guys think? Do you think that we're going to make it? Because we have a 500 record right now. So we would technically be in the playoffs today. So do you believe that we're going to maintain this trajectory and actually make the playoffs with 2 rookies with key roles for this game? What do you think? Also, with Asia Wilson being out of the lineup for the Las Vegas Aces fans, do you think that you guys are going to be able to maintain and make it into the playoffs. You know, the risk is it shouldn't keep Asia out for too long, but these games are key to being able to make it to the playoffs. What do you guys think? Also, one more. Do you think that Brittney Sykes needs to pour it on earlier in games, and or are you guys happy and satisfied with how Brittney Sykes is currently playing? Let's drop it in the chat. Let's talk about it. All right. So again, this is your host, Delano of the FanWire Podcast. We thank you for tuning in. Take an opportunity to like the video because it's so important so that we can get this Washington Mystic content out to the world. We got a lot of fans all over the U.S., all over the place, but they need to be able to see and hear what the Washington Mystics are doing. So help us help get the word out. All right. Also, you can follow the FanWire Podcast on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter/X, Facebook, all over the place. If you like what we're doing, you can always donate too. And one more thing. On Thursday, August the 28th, we are renting out a bus to go to New York City, the Big Apple, to see the Washington Mystics take on the Washington Liberty. So we are excited to see what the Washington Mystics are going to do in New York City. And, we know that they're going to get the victory. We're pulling for them. So let's pull up and show the Washington Mystics how we roll, how we get down, and how we let them know what's popping, right? And how we let these New York Liberty fans know how we roll down here in Washington, D.C. and DMV, But, we look forward to that. But again, this is your homie Delano from the FanWire Podcast, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content, because we're bringing it to you all the time. And, just let you know, when we shoot, we score. Over here at the FanWire Podcast, deuces.